Understanding ghosting and why it's bad. Have you ever really liked someone, only for them to start ignoring you? Rejection can be one of the most unpleasant feelings. We understand rejection as someone not loving us. However, there's a phenomenon that has become normal practice, and it's making rejection feel a whole lot worse. Ghosting. Ghosting describes the act of talking to someone in a friendly way and then suddenly disappearing without a trace. This was almost unheard of until the 21st century, but dating apps have made it a common occurrence. The major problem is that ghosting can be very harmful and can damage people's mental health. It can lead to depression and a lack of confidence. It's very important that if you're no longer interested in talking to someone, you explain why in a gentle way. If you find yourself being ghosted, don't take it personally. Also, try not to keep communicating with the ghoster to look for answers. It's better to release ghosters from your mind and focus on healthier relationships instead.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
You know what? I'm gonna totally give up on finding a relationship and love. Oh my gosh.
Don't. Is somebody ghosting you again?
I know.
Again.
Yes, again. Exactly. I hate that. What's wrong with people these days?
People are probably thinking, 你是不是见鬼了?
I think so.
Ghosting. We should explain that a little bit, right?
Okay, no. Okay. Well, ghosting here does not mean really seeing an actual ghost.
No.
Today's article is pretty fun. It's understanding ghosting and why it's bad. And again, it's not like the
No. 我们现在不在讲鬼 ，OK？ 不读不回搞失踪 ，That's what ghosting is about。你被 ghosted 了吗
？Gosh，
我跟你讲 ，Tiffany 常常遇到这种搞失踪的人
，weirdos, psychos.
Oh my gosh!
I need to go I don't know.
Bye bye.
Maybe I need to get this thing off of me.
Right.
Okay, well, anyways, let's read what this is about. It says, have you ever really liked someone only for them to start ignoring you? So rude. Rejection can be one of the most unpleasant feelings. Okay, tell me about it. We saw the phrase, you're only two, and it's used to say that someone did something with maybe a disappointing or surprising result. For example, we can say, he worked overtime preparing for a big presentation tomorrow, only to find out that it got postponed to next week. Gosh.
That's the worst.
I know. Why did I do an all-nighter anyway for that?
Okay.
Right?
Only for somebody to， 然后后面接一个原形动词，就是不料某人或是某人反而怎么样。我要举个例子比较清楚。I reached out to start a conversation with her, only for her to leave me on red. OK， 我试着开启话题要跟他说话，不料他直接已读不回，可不可以不要这样子？所以课文我们提到的是一个大家可能会很有共鸣的经验，就是你曾经有一个你很喜欢的人吗？不料他们却开始不理你了。被拒绝可能是最令人不快乐的一个，就是最不开心的感觉之一哦。
I know. And why is that? The article says we understand rejection as someone not loving us, okay? So sometimes they have this kind of correlation okay, you're rejected, I don't like you, okay? We can continue reading. It says, however, there's a phenomenon that has become normal practice, and it's making rejection feel a whole lot worse. Ghosting, okay? So this is something that we're going to look more at and look more into in this article. We saw the word here, phenomenon, okay? It's a fun word to read. It means that it's something that happens in nature or even in society, and it's usually not understood why it happens. We also saw the word normal here. It's an adjective and it means typical or ordinary. Now, this is what usually happens or what you would expect. For example, it's normal to wear the same pair of socks, like the same colors or the same designs. But it would be not normal or abnormal to wear different colors or mismatched things. For example, we can also use in a sentence like this. It was a very normal day for Joe. He woke up, got his cup of coffee at the cafe, and then went off to work.
所以刚刚我们在讲的是提到一种现在很常见的一个现象哦 ，phenomenon， OK， 就是现象的意思。那我们还提到了 normal 这个形容词有通常的啦、正常的、平常的。举例来说 ，I think it's normal to feel nervous before giving a speech。我觉得演讲前大家感到紧张，这是很正常的哦。那诸如刚刚我们有提到的 practice， 在本课是当作名词，有着像是惯例或者是惯常的做法。OK， 在此定义下，作为可数及不可数名词都可以。常见的搭配词为 normal， 所以刚刚有提到 normal practice or standard common practice， 这都是非常常见的，就是正常的啦，或是标准的，或是常见的做法这样的意思咯。And we did mention a whole lot of words.
Oh my gosh, yes. And this is also a phrase in our article. A whole lot just means a lot of or very much. For example, we can say, after John explained the math lesson to me, it made solving math problems a whole lot easier. Okay.
John,
Thanks,
you're
John.
so smart.
I know.
Okay. A whole lot 就是非常的意思。For example, I thought making dinner would be time consuming.But my new air fryer makes cooking a whole lot faster. 对，真的用气炸锅真的会让煮饭非常的轻松。所以课文提到说，我们认为被拒绝，当然常就是意味着，对方就是不爱我们。然而呢，有一种现象竟然变成了常态耶，它就是让拒绝感觉起来更加糟，也就是 ghosting 告失踪 ，cause you're like, does he like me or does he not like me? It's like what?
And you're waiting.
And we were like chatting so well last night, and all of a sudden it's like, huh?
So many
What's
question
going
marks.
on?
Exactly.
Right.
It's worse, I think, than telling someone, I don't like you.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's take a look at more of what ghosting is.
Yes.
Ghosting describes the act of talking to someone in a friendly way and then suddenly disappearing without a trace. Oh my God, did they die? Or like, what's going on, right? We would think like, oh my God, did he die? Okay, but we saw the word trace here, and it's a noun, and it means it could be a mark, object, or a sign that shows somebody or something existed. So for example, like animals will leave traces in the woods, and these things could be like their footprint, or maybe a scratch mark, or yes, even their poop. And it shows that yes, this animal, this rabbit or this bear or whatever here does exist. We can also use it in a sentence like this. People have been searching for traces of Bigfoot for many years. I wonder if
Bigfoot.
That's a real thing. Or just a really big bear.
Yeah, or is it just in the movies? Okay, 所以在这里我现在要提到名词 act， 在本课是解释为行为。那 trace 这个名词呢，就是有踪迹啦、痕迹的意思。我来讲一个比较像是一个推理剧哈。The detectives found tiny traces of blood at the crime scene。就是侦探在案发现场找到微小的血迹哦。好啦，回到课，我们又提到的 ghosting 这个词哦，是描述某人以一开始他跟你很 friendly 很友好的方式在那边聊天，然后突然他就消失无踪，这样子一个行为，应该是渣男吧
For sure, 1000% I think.
Okay.
Or did they die? I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, next the article says, this was almost unheard of until the 21st century. But dating apps have made it a common occurrence. What's going on?
我们来看一下今天的 language in focus。OK， 我们有看到的是 这个句型当中的不完全及物动词 make 有使得或是使成为的意思。那因为它是及物动词啦，所以 make 后面一定要接受词。那因为不完全，所以还需要有受词补语，对受词加以补充说明，才可以完整表达句意哦。那受词补语可以是什么呢？可以是名词啦，或者是形容词哦。我这样讲，你们可能觉得非常的不飒飒，所以呢，我们先回到课文，看到它刚刚整句讲什么样子。This was almost unheard of until the 21st century, but dating apps have made it a common occurrence. OK， 先来讲一下整句的意思，就是这在21世纪之前几乎是听都没听过，但在交友软体呢，就是使它变得就是非常常见的意思哦。那我们再来举比较生活化的一个句子哦，来让大家对这个文法可能会觉得比较懂，像是 Dad's silly jokes always make our road trips fun. OK， 这里我接的是形容词哦。OK， 所以爸爸的笑话总会让我们的可能去公路上旅行会变得更好玩、更有趣哦。但是爸爸笑话有时候很冷 ，OK。再来呢，我们来看一下the beautiful decorations make the wedding a fairy tale。这里我后面接的是名词哦，就是说哇，这个非常美丽的装饰，让这场婚礼宛如童话一般啊。那刚刚我们是不是有提到 dating apps？OK， 当然就是交友软体。不过注意哦，大家很容易讲 app，that's wrong。OK， 直接讲 app 好不好？因为它是 application， 也就是应用程式的缩写。而 occurrence 就是事件啦、事故，它是一个名词哦。
Yes, remember.
App, no.
不是 dating app, it's dating apps, right? Okay, let's continue reading about ghosting. It says the major problem is that ghosting can be very harmful and can damage people's mental health. It can lead to depression and a lack of confidence. I know mental health is so important right now, right? Gen Z. Okay, now when we talk about depression, it means you become super sad and it becomes a real illness. So depression is a real thing. Yeah. And not only can it cause you to feel depressed or get depression, it can lower your confidence about yourself. And confidence is just how good you feel about yourself, right? And all of that relates to our mental health. Okay, mental is an adjective and it means connected with the state of the health of the mind. And sometimes you might need treatment to, cure these illnesses of the mind. And yeah, I think right now in our era now, we talk a lot about mental health and how it's so important for you to make sure that your brain is healthy and to make sure that if you're truly happy, like if you're sad or if you're angry or whatever, it's really important to talk about it and find a way to be mentally healthy again.
Talk to us.
I know. Well, but you might need to pay us because,
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anyways, we can use mental in a sentence like this. He had a history of mental problems, which made his life quite challenging. Oh, poor thing.
OK， 我们在提到的 mental， 我们最近就是要关怀自己一些精神上或是心理的状态哦，这是一个形容词哦。So that's why we should be kind to those with mental illness and offer support. 我们真的应该要善待那些患有精神疾病的人，并且提供他们支持，好不好？大家比较有包容力 ，OK， 有同理心。那再来呢？刚刚有提到 ghosting， 它可能还会让你的自信心产生一些问题。Confidence 这个名词就是自信心，所以回到课文整句是说，最大的问题在于 ghosting， 它可能会对人的心理健康造成严重的伤害，而且还可能导致 depression， 就是会有忧郁症，还有自信心的缺失。Oh no!
Yeah, I know. You don't want to be that person who causes someone to be depressed. That's terrible. Okay, and the article also says it's very important that if you're no longer interested in talking to someone, you explain why in a gentle way, right? I think it's important to be able to communicate and tell someone that. And the article also says if you find yourself being ghosted, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I mean, try not to, right?
Oh, don't get emo.
Yeah, try not to take it personally.
Right.
I know it's hard, but then just try not to do that.
No.
When you take something personally, this phrase just means to be offended by someone's maybe remark or words, and you feel a little bit attacked, and you're like, I kind of take it as an insult. For example, we can say, Sarah is grumpy in the morning, so don't take it personally if she doesn't speak to you before lunch. Yeah,
She's probably very nice after she has her lunch. Okay, so take something personally 就是认为什么什么是针对个人或是对什么东西感到不是很开心哦。For example, my friend took my joke personally and was offended. 我的朋友认为我的玩笑是在针对他个人耶，所以他感到很生气，被冒犯了。那刚刚其实句子还有用到动词 find， 在这里是发现、注意到的意思。常搭配的词的用法呢，就是 find somebody doing something， 发现或者注意到某人在做某事。所以回到课文题的是说，非常重要的是，如果你对跟这个某人交谈不再感兴趣的话，要怎么样用比较温和的方式解释原因啊？如果你发现你自己被 ghosted 的话呢，也不要把它当作他是针对你个人，然后他否定你，所以就是不要想太多，可能就是那个人的问题，好不好？
Oh, for sure.
他就是渣男。
It is for sure that person's problem.
Right.
It also says, also try not to keep communicating with the ghoster to look for answers. No, big no. Okay, we also saw the word communicate here. It's a verb and it means to talk or share or exchange information, news with other people. It also means to have a good relationship with someone because you're able to clearly and healthily talk with others because you can share and understand each other's feelings. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but that's what you try to do. Now, for example, good communication between friends, husband or wife, and even parents is really important. Okay, for example, we can say after weeks of communicating with the clients, both parties finally came to an agreement.
Communicate 当然就是沟通啊，或是交流，它是个动词。So we usually say communicate with somebody， 就是与某人沟通或是交流。For example, I communicate with my friend in Australia using video chat。我用视讯跟我在澳洲的朋友沟通聊天 ，OK？ 所以课文就说，同时呢，我们尽量不要再做这个事情哦，不要继续跟Ghoster 就是这个失踪的人沟通以寻找答案，因为他可能继续 ghosting you.
No, there's no point. And the article says it's better to release ghosters from your mind and focus on healthier relationships instead. Now, release is a verb and it means to let go of something.
Let it go.
Yes, like Elsa, let it go. It can mean letting go of a person, or to even physically let go of something like a balloon, for example. Yeah. We can also use it in a sentence like this. The animal sanctuary took care of 3 baby gorillas, but now they're healthy and old enough to be released back into the wild.
OK, release 是什么呢？就是有释放或是放出的意思，它是一个动词，所以我们常常会看到 release somebody from something， 就是将某人从什么什么东西释放或是放出。我们也可以放出一些动物。The aquarium will release the seal back into the ocean tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay! Let it go.
Let it go. Exactly.
Free Willy. Okay, we saw the word relationship, didn't we?
We did, and it's a noun and it means the way two people, groups, or even countries behave or deal with each other. It can also mean like a loving relationship between two people, like a boyfriend or girlfriend, husband and wife, things like that. For example, we can say she wasn't sure if this relationship was the right one for her.
Relationship 其实就是关系啦，它是一个名词。For example, trust and respect are important in any relationship. I trust you.
I trust you so much.
OK, 所以课文说，最好的方式就是要释放心中的 ghoster， 专注于建立更健康的人际关系。Focus on people who are worth it, guys.
Focus on yourself.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, anyways, ghosting is a bad thing to do. If you don't like someone, I think it's okay to learn how to communicate with them. But this also brings us to our For You chat. What do you think you should say to someone if you are no longer interested in them?
Okay, if I'm no longer interested in them, I should say, should I ghost them? No, just kidding, just kidding.
No, don't do that.
I don't know, I'm really bad at this. Do you have any suggestions?
I mean, I think you're a strong communicator, but I would probably say, I'm sorry you're not looking for a relationship right now. Or maybe I would just be
honest.
Yeah, very honest about my feelings, because I think, that's what you need to, I think the other person deserves to know the truth instead of you just ghosting them or just disappearing, because maybe they're waiting for you and then they're waiting for an answer, they're waiting for closure. But I think, just communicating with people is so much better than just disappearing, right?
Or can I just say I'm really, really busy?
Sure.
No, I'm busy today, tomorrow,
busy for
and
you,
for 2 years. Yeah.
For 2 years.
I'll be busy.
I know, but I think if you're able to communicate with people, it also shows that you are mature enough to talk and share about your feelings, right?
You're so mature.
I know.
I'll try to do that next time.
I think you're good at that, so no worries.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, you guys have a think about this, and
don't ghost people.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
you over there.
Watching you guys and maybe girls, I don't know, but anyways, don't take it personally, but we are not.
Yeah, exactly. And we hope that you've learned from this that it's important not to ghost others, or it will actually make them feel really depressed.
Yeah, you could do something terrible to them mentally. Okay, but no hard feelings. No. It's time for us to go now, because that's all the time that we have for today. We'll see you guys soon, though. We won't ghost you. So bye.
Vocabulary Review. Normal. While Thomas's wife has to work at night, he works normal business hours and is always home by dinner time. Trace. In the forest, we saw a trace of animal tracks leading to the river's edge. Mental. While it's important to look after your body, it's important to take care of your mental health too. Communicate. It's important to communicate often with your family members. That way, they'll know how you feel. Release. Fred was released from jail after the police realized he didn't kill the woman. Relationship. The principal of our school has a good relationship with all the students. He talks to us and always takes part in the school activities.
智慧小补帖
Phenomenon. Occurrence. Confidence.